Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we are back in Ghalbûru. We were looking for a cave. I have no idea where that cave is supposed to be. I mean, by the sound of it, was supposed to be somewhere. Somewhere up above, and believe it or not, I have no idea where that is supposed to be. I am entirely lost, and I don't wanna spend a lot of time running around again looking for the frigging cave, but it's gotta be somewhere. We have more time now, today, to look for it, but I still wanna have the feeling this is gonna be so simple and not at all complicated. I'm gonna leave myself feeling disappointed with myself, yeah. Most likely. I mean, I don't get it. At this point, yeah, you can see the quest ring right over there. And at this point, I'm just inclined to. It's further up. Seems to be. Interior quest location is further up. How much up, exactly? It's in the heights on the eastern side of Ghalbûru, yeah. So where is it? I'm not gonna bother with the prowlers now. Okay, I'm gonna do... No! There are signatures. That fight will take a while, and I'm not in the mood for that kind of fight now. I mean, no reach or deposit is worth it at this point. Just gonna pretend I didn't see it. Still have a cave to find anyway. And I don't have the slightest clue as to where it is. Grand Relic of Corudan, no. I think I still need another rep standing to be able to use that one, so not even gonna try either. Sand Sifter, I do need them for the quest. One of the quests we're currently advancing. You'll need a lot of those. Come on, stop it. The other one is right there. Oh no! Stop it with that! How can you not see me? Where do you want me to be? Christ! Oh, for God's sake. Just die. Swear. Ugh. I mean, it's right behind me, according to the map. I have no idea. Oh, no. Just trying to turn around and see if I could find it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was never gonna find it outside. You see, something really simple, not at all difficult, that would make me feel stupid with myself, yeah. Ah. Thank you. Oh. Let me pass. Why do you have an invisible wall there? Where is Khôltekh? Ah. Was a pain. Absolute pain. Finally, Khôltekh nods in the direction of the injured man lying on the bed. Oh. Interesting. The man is seriously injured. He is dressed in the Umbari style.
The highwaymen of Ghalbûru tell me they found this man dying beside the road outside Ar-jirush.
Left for dead by the Ordâkhai. They brought him back here to interrogate him about the caravan with which he traveled, and if any of its treasure might have been overlooked by the Ordâkhai. It seems he was too badly injured to speak to them, so they have abandoned the effort. He has been left for dead twice now, Beriathan. Khôltekh lowers his voice and speaks to you in hushed tones. Did you take note of the clothing he wears? He is dressed in the Umbari fashion and matches the description I was given for the water-bearer that aided in Balakhâd's escape from the Citadel of Winds. Sadûkh, he was named, yes? I deem he traveled with no caravan but in the company of a single disguised man. The whereabouts of that disguised man are of great interest to me and to the kindred of the coins, as you are well aware. The highwaymen have abandoned their efforts to restore him to health, but we need him to tell us what has happened to Balakhâd. Speak to the apothecary outside in Ghalbûru proper, and learn what we will need to save this man's life. I care not if he dies, but he must not die before he tells us what he knows. And for one, Khôltekh, I'm inclined to agree with you. I mean, it would be better, of course, if we are able to save his life and learn not only where Balakhâd is, but why, how, where. I mean, there are so many questions. And I'm also really interested in the why. Hopefully we'll get the answer for that as well. The apothecary. Okay, well. We have reached the place we needed to reach. How do we get down to the village proper? I mean, this is something that usually happens. You gotta brute force your way to the spot you need to be so that you can backtrack and realize what you needed to do in the first place. So it was not that difficult. Yeah, was a turn to the left that I totally missed. Okay, Sigileth and Corudan. They have nothing to say, but here they are. And the apothecary.
You need a remedy for the dying man that was lately brought to Ghalbûru.
Ghalbûru, okay. I will not say he's beyond saving, but he lost a great deal of blood to the blades of the Ordâkhai stationed in Ar-jirush. They would not have purposely left him alive. They believed he was dead already. I can make a poultice that may help him, but I have exhausted my supply of ingredients. You must bring me the hardy plant leaves and riverside reeds I will need to fashion this remedy. You can find them around Ghalbûru if you truly must see this man healed. I mean, it's not that far. I thought we might even need to venture outside this place for a while, even. Just a couple steps. I mean, it's literally just a couple steps, and this will help not only with this man, but with all the other injured that you might have in the future, so... This has to be one of the laziest NPCs in LOTRO's history. I mean, I do understand, but it's a game and you need to give the player things to do, but take a look at this. It's just a couple of steps. I mean, if she had said something like, I don't know, I sprinkled my ankle, something like that. But no, it's just... I'm kind of busy, but I don't see doing what. Anyway, you know, I'm not a one to complain. I just thought this was funny, but I'm gonna stop beating a dead horse. Here are the herbs that you needed.
You have returned with ingredients? I confess, I did not think you would.
You're not helping here. I'm trying to move past this issue. I will make the poultice for which you have asked. It will take some time. Such things cannot be rushed. You must hope your friend can survive until it is ready. I recommend you keep yourself busy. Perhaps then you will not notice the time passing. 9 minutes. What?
The Khudi who dwell here at Ghalbûru are brigands and highwaymen, disorganized and given to quarreling.
Huh. And given to quarreling among themselves instead of uniting effectively against the Ordâkhai. If they were responsible for driving the Ordâkhai out of Umbar-môkh instead of my mother Rahâzi, Iridír would still be occupied by soldiers of the Empire. With only 5 or 6 Dumuri to fight alongside me, I might make things different in Khôltekh, but it is not so. You have me, that's gotta be better, right?
I said we might speak in private of the dreams that troubled our rest. Do you wish to speak of them now?
Before we left Iridír for Khôltekh, I said we might speak in private of the dreams that troubled our rest. Do you wish to speak of them now? Of what did you dream, Beriathan? You tell Sigileth that the details of your dream faded with the dawn, but you remember that her brother Corudan spent some portion of it in despair, seeking for Sigileth but unable to find her. You also remember one of the Nazgûl leading a band of orcs in search of something in an unknown land and the words beyond living memory, but their significance has faded with the night. Sigileth nods thoughtfully. I dreamt of a long corridor leading into darkness, Beriathan. I saw something, though I cannot remember what, but I knew it lay at the end of the corridor. I think Cruel Dancer was beside me, but when I turned my head to look at her, she was gone. I am reminded now of the room of voices beneath Dol Guldur, but the feeling of this corridor was different somehow. I awoke disturbed. It may have been only a dream, but my people know such dreams often foretell the future or shed light upon the past, and should not be ignored.
Who is this man Khôltekh has tasked you with healing?
You quietly describe what you were told concerning Sadûkh and how the kindred of the coins believe Azagat's former servant might have spirited Balakhâd from Umbari and into the wild. Corudan purses his lips in thought. Something is not right here. I don't know what, but this puzzling mosaic seems to be missing some pieces. Keep your eyes open. Huh. What can that be?
The people who live here frequently quarrel among themselves.
Finding it difficult to agree on a single course of action. That is not a problem we have in Umbar-môkh, for the kindred of the coins is a strong body made up of strong voices. That is not to say the rebels of Ghalbûru lack wisdom. They seem quite frightened of both me and Hurshawk, and is that not both knowledgeable and wise? I guess so. I guess so, yeah. Excuse me, I was just having an issue here with one of my cables. It's a very long cable and it tends to get in the way sometimes. And I don't want to damage it somehow anyway.
Is it true the injured man you seek to heal is Azagat's former water-bearer, Sadûkh?
If he might be made to tell us what happened to Balakhâd, we might count one of our objectives satisfied, and so early on our journey. That's not gonna be so simple.
True that Khôltekh identified the dying Umbari man the highwayman brought to Ghalbûru.
To be Azagat's water-bearer Sadûkh. That is most surprising. The dwarf must have an eye for faces to have so readily identified him so far from the city. What do you think Sadûkh might tell us of Balakhâd's son Balakhâd? If he still lives, the dreams of the heirs of Castamir remain alive and may cause problems for Gondor in the future. Do we really need to keep waiting for that? I mean, I guess we can talk to Khôltekh if he has something interesting to say. And you can see here, the sandstorm. We discussed the sandstorms a few episodes ago, and now we are seeing one in action. Cool. Even here, we are somehow protected by the cliffs and everything, so it doesn't look as bad. I wonder in places like, well, here out in the open, it's more noticeable, but places like Ar-jirush, for example, or out in the actual openness of Khôltekh. Really looking forward to seeing more of those sandstorms. Yep, once again faced with an invisible wall. I don't know what that is. I mean, I had read something about this on the forums, that you couldn't complete chapter 11.2 because there was something blocking the way, something like that. I'm glad to see that the issue is not as game-breaking as it sounded at first. Yeah, you just gotta jump a little bit, but I do wonder, why do we have that there? We can talk to Khôltekh. Okay, I want to hear what you have to say.
Sadûkh's condition has worsened. I care not if he dies, but I would rather he first told us of Balakhâd's fate.
I would know if we must be concerned about the heirs of Castamir. As long as Balakhâd may remain somewhere alive in the wild, the heirs will remain a threat to Umbar and to the kindred. Okay, and we got ourselves 3 minutes in there. Well, more like 2. We still need to get back to Bavarin, but I'm glad to see that, yeah, by talking to all your companions, you can bypass the timer. I kinda suspected that would be so. Glad to see that was the case. And it's very simple to do. You can also decide not to talk to anyone and just wait, maybe hunting some creatures out in the wild for the other quests. If you don't spent a lot of time looking around where you shouldn't be. You should still be missing plenty of items. I still am, and I wandered around quite a bit. So simple. Still beating myself a little bit over the simplicity of all this, but anyway. Sigileth's dream, it's intriguing. I think we also had something with Sigileth and dreams. Somebody dreamt about Sigileth's fate. I don't remember who, but back in the Mirkwood days, somebody dreamt about it. Maybe even Sigileth herself? Because we were foretold the words that Celeborn would say about Sigileth's knives. So yeah, there are a lot of throwbacks to the previous chapters of the epic in here. But they are not gratuitous. They all have served a purpose so far. I'm loving it.
The poultice is prepared. I hope it provides some comfort for your friend.
And will help to heal his hurts. He will have a long road ahead of him, for the swords of the Ordâkhai brought him very near to death, but the use of this poultice should help him to recover. Bavanin gives you the healing poultice she prepared. Now, we still need to wait and see if this is effective, but if it was as simple as gathering some plants right there in the village and waiting a few minutes, why exactly was Khôltekh saying that the people of Ghalbûru had not been able to heal Sadûkh and were in fact certain he would die? Maybe it has something to do with Sirgon's suspicions that something else is amiss here. Not sure what could that be, but yeah, something doesn't add up, and hopefully that will be intentional. Yeah, let me pass, please. Third time I need to do this. Yeah. On top of that, Khôltekh had to pick the furthest, deepest chamber in these caves.
I thank you.
He struggles to speak as you administer the poultice. After a moment, he closes his eyes. Thank you, he says weakly. His eyes flutter open once again and he manages to turn his head to look past you. A look of terror crosses his face as he sees Khôltekh standing nearby. He's here. He seeks to punish me.
There are knives everywhere. Everywhere.
Sadûkh's eyes dart from your face to Khôltekh and back again. Promise me you will protect me. He gasps through the pain. Promise and safety. Sadûkh eyes you warily and you ask him what happened to Balakhâd.
It is of no use then. The kindred will never let me live.
It is of no use then, he murmurs sadly. The kindred will never let me leave, knowing I helped their prisoner escape their clutches. They did not know I prayed for the return of the heirs of Castamir. I received word from Saklaphêl that if I aided her son in his escape, she would attack the city and overthrow the usurping kindred. Puzzled, you ask how the widow Saklaphêl was able to send a message to Sadûkh from her exile in the Shield Isle. He coughs wetly and tries to dab away the blood. Every morning, I collected the jar set aside for me and filled it with water from the bay. It was the task of water bearers to fill the fountains within the Citadel for Asagath. On several mornings, there were letters for me hidden beneath my jar. They told me to bring Balakhâd to a safe location beneath the city in Umbar-môkh. Saklaphêl and the heirs would then attack and restore our rightful ruler. You ask why Sadûkh left the city instead of hiding Balakhâd in Umbar-môkh as the letters directed, and tears suddenly streamed from his face. I thought that would be too near the kindred and they would find him easily. If only I had done as the letters directed. Instead, we fled from the city, surviving in the wild lands for weeks, but always we felt the jaws of discovery pressing on our heels. In this land we were discovered by an Ordâkhai patrol outside their hilltop fortress. My lord Balakhâd fought bravely, but to no avail.
If Balakhâd had fallen, his body would have been found when the highwaymen of Ghalbûru encountered Sadûkh.
If Balakhâd had fallen in battle with the Ordâkhai, his body would have been found when the highwaymen of Ghalbûru encountered Sadûkh. I think it is more likely the soldiers brought him back to Ar-jirush. The Umbaruli warrior Rahâzi will be interested to learn that one of the men we seek may now be held by her hated foe. See what she has to say about this, Beriathan. I will remain here and keep an eye upon Sadûkh. Yeah, things are not looking well for Sadûkh. I think we can still wonder how exactly did Saklaphêl manage to get some messages in Umbar and what he was planning to do exactly. We know she had the bounties for the members of the kindred, but I think there has also got to be more to her plan somehow. Let me out, please. Thank you. So gotta say, I had still not decided. I was still on the fence about using the helm or not, but seeing the sandstorm, I'm glad I went in the helm. I cannot imagine enduring something like this with your head uncovered. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound good.
Did the injured man give you the information you sought?
You tell Rahâzi that one of the men sought by your traveling companions may have been brought to the town of Ar-jirush in Khôltekh by a patrol of Ordâkhai soldiers. She nods thoughtfully and grips her weapon more tightly. Then let us learn the truth of it, Beriathan. First, we will ask questions, and then we will draw blood if such becomes necessary. Ar-jirush lies to the west. And technically we can muster back there, or even take the stable master. But I think we can take the time to, one, learn how to traverse the landscape, especially from this exit of Ghalbûru. On the other hand, we can also, we still need plenty of sand sifters and lizards and lots of other enemies that maybe we can find a way. I mean, this is not the way, as you can see. So yeah, I would say learning how to traverse this portion of the map is also could be helpful in the future. I mean, we already have the travel routes unlocked, the masters, everything you might need, but it could still be useful. God's sake, please. Okay. So we are almost done with the sand sifters. We still need a few lizards, I guess. A hamster. Okay, that's funny. More craven. We no longer need it. Another sand sifter. Or maybe let's try and grab these two guys together so that we can be done with the sand sifters as well. Are you done? Oh, more tokens. Cool. We're gonna need a few more of those tokens. Oh, okay. There are a couple of quests that we can complete in Ar-jirush already. So let's see if we can complete a couple more of these before going back to town. Doesn't seem likely, I mean. By the looks of it, we need to go to other places to get some of the items that we're missing. Return to Craven Eyes, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if we can find... Okay, I see now where we should have turned. Good to know. If we could find a couple more lizards along the way, which don't seem likely. Oh, the spirit is... Thank you. Or have I already collected all the lizard frills? That somehow doesn't seem right. No, you see? Still need 8 of those. Shelters for the road. Alright. Yeah, there were lizards around Ghalbûru, but I don't remember seeing any out here. What about the tokens? 52. We're lucky. I can get all those 8 tokens today, hopefully. That wasn't that far, wasn't that difficult. Once again, good to know how the map is laid out. We're gonna get a lion statue, that's gonna be so cool. And here we have, well, we can complete the 2 quests that we had are both in here. I think, yeah.
Life is always a struggle in Shagana.
My vengeance is complete. I will know the gift of sight again. I will keep this safe until he returns. Citadel was right to send you to me.
This valley belongs to the Shagani and no one else.
Khôltekh's thirst for vengeance is sated? I thank you for this gift, Beriathan. I shall make my last trek into the desert and mix my blood and theirs. I will ensure my lineage does not pass into history with my death because of your actions this day. Under belief his bloodline will live on. Alright. We can remove some of these wrappers. Oh. Cool. Is this the entrance? Yeah. Silence hangs over the town of Ar-jirush as if the entire town holds its breath.
I'm sorry, I know nothing.
Please leave me be. I do not wish to speak with you.
I have nothing to say to you. Please move along.
And do not disturb me. We have troubles enough without such as you drawing the attention of soldiers from the fortress. Which fortress?
No one wishes to speak with you?
No one wishes to speak with you about the man the soldiers apprehended outside the city several days ago? I am not surprised. My neighbors do not wish to draw the eyes of their occupiers upon them again, for to do so might brand them rebels against the Empire. They have not my courage. No, I am not afraid of the soldiers who live in the fortress, but if I am to answer your questions, I need some assurance it will be worth my time. I am a craftsman of fine things, but with fewer caravans passing along the road of riches, I need to price my individual wares more highly than before. If you bring me the sharp jackal teeth I need for a necklace I am making, I will tell you what I know about this man you seek. Jackals can be found outside the city and throughout the sense of good zagging. Now remember, only the sharpest of their teeth will suffice for my purpose and earn you the answers you desire. Not surprising. Ah, there's another exit through here. This place has a lot of entrances. A little bit surprising. Now, last time I was here, I remember there were plenty of jackals in the oasis. Well, at least 2. That's nice. Okay, that's 1, that's 2. Alrighty, here we have our third target. Oh, please. Okay, so we are 4. Need 2 more. Help me look, Garliff. Ah, that's a donkey. But here we have a jackal. Because that I don't see any more of these guys. Is this a lizard? Well, sure. there was another lizard in here. Ah, in fact, there are 2 lizards in here. Alright, so that's it for the lizard frails. We still need to get the scorpion chitin, so even though that's done, we cannot turn that quest in yet. But maybe one of these jackals has already respawned? Yeah, thank you. I don't really want to go too far for just one of these guys when we are so close to getting them all. Figures. Another jackal that just wants to get some of it, but a little bit busy now. We can let the guards take care of him.
You have brought to me the jackal teeth I requested.
They will become the centerpiece of my next work of craft, the sale of which will put food upon my table when next the caravan passes through Ar-jirush. You have earned the information I have to tell you, my new friend. Iridír looks over his shoulder to ensure the guards are out of earshot. The greatest part of the garrison of Ordâkhai marched north beneath the banner of the Black Serpent to fight in Barkush's war against Gondor, and most of them died there. Defeated stragglers returned from the campaign over the months that followed, and most of them came to gather in the only place they believed to be safe. That is why the Black Serpent flies still over Ar-jirush. The garrison has been made strong again, and the Ordâkhai rule over the Khôltekh, if nowhere else. They waylaid travelers along the road of riches and exact harsh tolls from them, competing with brigands and highwaymen for the same coin. The soldiers demanded a toll from the man you sought, but he resisted. They slew his companion and dragged him into the fortress above Ar-jirush. I do not know why they kept him alive. I have not seen him emerge from the fortress, so the number of his days may be few or already spent.
The man you seek was brought alive into the fortress above Ar-jirush?
We cannot know if he lives still, but there is one way to learn of it for certain. Rahâzi's eyes sparkle as she continues. It is time for me to call upon the promise you made to me, Beriathan. I ask that you help me infiltrate the fortress. I will slay the Ordâkhai within, and you can search for the man they hold captive. Before we do this, you should inform the injured man back in the caves of Ghalbûru that we may be able to rescue his companion. Really? You're gonna make me go back there again? Ugh. What's the fortress you're talking about anyway? I mean... yeah, you can barely see with all this sand. What is the fortress in Ar-jirush? Not sure. Anyway, yeah, I think we can take the milestone there. For all the things we need, we really need to go west to do some of those quests. So right now, walking to Ghalbûru really didn't provide any benefit for us. Not that I could see anyway. At least now I know how to get to the cave. Okay, that was quick. Okay, how many times have we done this already? 4? Why did we need to come back here to tell Sadûkh? I'm not sure. I mean, something... I think he's might be about to give some new information. I know. Sadûkh is no longer here. Where did he go? Yeah, that's why they wanted us to leave and return. I think all my suspicions so far might finally pay off. Because Khôltekh is nowhere to be found either. You know that I have never trusted Khôltekh 100%. The game doesn't want you to trust Khôltekh 100% based on the text of some quests. Here we have Corudan.
What? Sadûkh is missing.
I thought his injuries were such that he could not move well or quickly. How could he go anywhere beneath anyone's notice? Go to the northeastern and southwestern entrances to Ghalbûru and look for any sign of him. He surely cannot have gone far. Northeast entrance of Ghalbûru. Well, at least I will get to know the other entrances to the town. I don't know if town is the proper term for this place. But well, you get what I mean. Huh. I wonder if they will... What's gonna happen exactly? I mean, I have a couple theories, but they seem too far-fetched to me, so I'm gonna hold on to those. If one of my theories turns out to be true, that would be crazy. There is no sign of Sadûkh at the northeastern entrance to Ghalbûru. The southwest. Oh, what do we have here? Urugal. I think he might have some information, hopefully. There is no sign of Sadûkh at the southwestern entrance, but a guard beckons to you. That's what I thought.
What are you seeking, stranger?
You ask Corudan if he saw the injured Umbari man pass this way out of Ghalbûru, and he shakes his head. No, I have not, and I am the most vigilant of my brothers. If your injured man came this way, I would have seen him. Not only this, but if he left Ghalbûru, he would not last very long among the rocks and stones of the Khôd. Animals hardy enough to survive there would make a quick meal of a man as injured as he, and that is to speak not of other worldly evils even more frightening than the creatures of the land. Yes, if the beasts do not feast upon him, he may become the prey of Ishimi, the anguished wind that haunts the desert of Shogana. Ever since the fall of Bar-Kush, the whispering and wailing of Ishimi has driven to madness strong men caught in the barren wastes. I do not mean this in an insulting fashion, but the man you have lost did not appear very strong to me. If he left Ghalbûru, that Umbari man is surely dead. Well, that answers some questions, but that also explains the Ishimi we heard, I think it was Zidamel mention, because he has some sort of religious fanatics going on with that Ishimi, as far as I remember, so at least now we know a little bit about what exactly is that.
It is a mystery, but the solving of it must wait.
If we are to locate Balakhâd and fulfill our promise to Rahâzi, we will need to trade with care. We have not the time to search for Sadûkh. I do not understand where he could have gone. Perhaps he will turn up when we return.
I foresee one potential problem with this adventure of Rahâzi's.
What will we do if we are unable to locate Balakhâd before she attracts too much notice with her attack upon the Ordâkhai? Will you ask my sister to come with us as we infiltrate the fortress of Ar-jirush? I would feel better if she accompanied us. Oh boy. Starting to get a bad feeling about this. Don't like the look of this at all.
I will come with you. You will need someone who can search the fortress quickly and quietly.
Or we may not have long before Rahâzi causes the Ordâkhai to sound the alarm. Sigileth cocks an eyebrow at you and you tell her that Corudan said much the same thing. We are siblings after all, Beriathan. It is nice to hear that some of my way of thinking has become his own. It was not always so. Now tell the Dumuri warrior we are ready to satisfy the obligation we promised. I saw she waits just to the north. She has come back. So yeah, the only reason why we need to go to Ar-jirush and back, well, we need to get information, but we also need to come back here to realize that Sadûkh is missing. As I said, I have a theory. It seems pretty crazy, but the more time it happens, the more I fear it might be true. I guess we'll find out on the next one, because I don't think we have enough time today to see this to the end. So this means we have reached today's end. The end of today's episode, my bad. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.